Christmas Screen Wipe, next Wednesday 10:35 on BBC 4.
Jack Kerouac's classic novel On the Road is 50 this year, and to mark this special birthday, Russell Brand, one of the children of the beat poetry movement, embarks with strong language on his own coast-to-coast epic in homage to his heroes.
The car went straight as an arrow, not for once deviating from the white line in the middle of the road that unwound, kissing our left front tyre. 50 years ago, Jack Kerouac wrote a book called On the Road. The book is all about this bloke, Jack Kerouac, and his crazy carjacking con-man mate, Neil Cassidy, driving across America and getting into adventures and doing stuff that I know a bit about, like drugs and sex and living in the moment, good stuff like that. I read it when I was 19. I was dead excited by sort of the sense of magic in it and the sense of possibility. So in homage to a book about two slacker friends cruising around, I'm doing the same with my best pal and comedy soulmate, Matt Morgan. There he is, look at his little face.
You know, we've had a few of married couple-style arguments.
Matt was driving along, all confident with his arm out the bloody window. You fool. Driving on the handbrake on. How long have you driven?
You don't understand the road.
I am the road! I live the road! Me and Matt are going to drive coast to coast from Atlantic to Pacific Ocean. So we got the book, a pickup truck and 3 weeks for as many Kerouacian encounters as we can pack in. Do you want a lift? See you, mate.
If Jack Kerouac was alive, right, and we had to interview him, he'd go, "You're missing the point of the book! You completely missed the point of the book, you bastard, you long-haired assholes!"
I'm going to start my Kerouac journey here in Lowell, Massachusetts, Jack's childhood home. This feels like, and indeed is, small-town America.
I can imagine why you'd have a wanderlust if you lived here. It's just very sort of quiet, isn't it?
Quaint and dull.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's small in, like, the mentality of it.
I think people round here in the conservative 50s would have been right browned off with some of Kerouac's explosive sex and drug-fuelled scribblings. But these days, the people of Lowell are quite proud of their most famous son.
A few cars zipped by. A hot rod kid came by with his scarf flying.
Down at a local cafe as part of On the Road's 50th birthday party celebration, fans are taking turns to read the whole book, cover to cover, in a 12-hour marathon session.
That's right, man. Now you're talking.
Matt and I have been asked to do a reading, and we arrived just in time for a really nice saucy bit.
Sex was the one and only important and holy thing in life. She sat there on the edge of the couch with her hands hanging in her lap, and her smoky blue country eyes fixed in a wide stare.
Even though it was just a little calf, Matt got all stage frightened and wore makeup.
Finally, a car stopped at the empty filling station. The man and the two women in it wanted to study a map. I stepped right up and gestured them rain. They consulted. I looked like a maniac, of course, with my hair all wet, my shoes sopping.
So, folding back my comfortable home sheets for the last time one morning, I left with my canvas bag, in which a few fundamental things were packed, and took off for the Pacific Ocean with $50 in my pocket. As well as being a spiritual quest, Kerouac's book is full of sex and drugs, stuff that would have made his neighbours feel all nervous and bilious. So what made Jack Kerouac such a maverick thinker? I'm here to chat to his brother-in-law, John Sampass. Not Pete Sampras, the tennis player, which is what my silly brain kept making me think.
What do you know about him? You thought he was a tennis player.
He won Wimbledon, he has a lot of body hair, he has tight, curly hair. So, right, this is what I want to get out of old John Sampass. 1, signed racket. And if I imply that I think he's a tennis player...
I'll butt in.
Butt right in. John and Russell.
Oh, nice to meet you, Russell. I didn't know you'd be here.
Got a huge tennis ball.
The situation was exacerbated by an unnecessarily large, giant tennis ball just lying about in his house.
To have balls this big, what
right.
a game they must have played.
Exactly.
John, you were a bit obsessed with this freedom, weren't you, and celebration of life and living in the moment.
Absolutely.
What do you think about all that?
Well, I can understand it because I relate to it. I grew up in a small town.
There's something a little bit frightening about embracing the unknown.
I don't think the young people feel that way.
I'm fucking young.
You think so?
I hope so, mate, because what else have I got? John, I'm interested in how he related to women, you know. What the
Here's
hell's
his
this?
love list.
What do you mean, love list?
Well, look at it.
Love list. Edie, 100. New York, New Jersey, Detroit, Ontario. Jeannie, 25, Washington. Is this a list of scores?
Yes.
What was the score out of? Because, like, look, she gets 20, she gets 100.
Well,
What the hell was she doing?
That was his first wife, Edie.
Edie.
Edie Parker.
She's getting 100 points, Edie Parker.
100 points, 100 lays.
Oh, you think this is times
This is approximate, I would imagine.
100 lays? So it's not a point system for
No.
she did bumming,
No,
full
no.
marks.
No.
Oh, it's a Spanish communism.
Spanish communism?
A strange woman.
He's having sex with abstract concepts.
Spanish.
Democracy. That was a God, that was a hell of a night. It was very fair, we decided. John Sampass. What a night that was!
300.
Kiss a cuddle. Thanks very much.
You'll love it.
I'm going to come back at the end of it with a lovely list of women's names. All scored in. Bye-bye.
Imagine trying to compile your list. Because you wouldn't know the names of some of the girls. You'd have to just put that bird at the bus stop and stuff.
Yeah.
Woman with no toe and hairy shins.
Kerouac's youthful wanderlust took him away from here. For years he roamed the country like an oboe, often penniless and starving. But in the end, he never escaped Lowell. We're hitching a lift in a classic Hudson car like the one featured in On the Road.
What the hell is that? Kerouac's grave is littered with bottles of ketchup and crackers. Ritz crackers, Rice Krispie treats, peanut butter and milk chug.
A fat man's picnic.
Is there anything Catholic you want to do while I do something secular? Well, you might want to cross yourself.
Cross myself then.
And I might want to do my world-famous moonwalk.
Where's his body, though, laying? Because I think
Probably
you're on it.
here.
You just danced on his grave.
Oh, no.
You can't be serious.
No, I can't be serious. I am the living embodiment of John McEnroe's perpetual courtside lament. I cannot be serious.
Right.
Actually, I want that.
You could have that. Do you know that's stealing from a grave?
It is
Even though it's weird.
grave robbing, in a way. I think Kerouac would have nicked it.
That is stealing something. Well, you haven't bought it, have you? And that's clearly not a shop.
Yeah, but think about the book, right? They like nicking things.
Not from graves.
We'll read a passage of this. This can be our tribute, even though the tribute of being in the moment is very much the
Our spirit. What he would have wanted. I've heard it.
Right, hold on, let's let destiny decide. Finally, I took a walk alone to the levee. I wanted to sit on the muddy bank and dig the Mississippi River. And the Montana log rolls by in the big black river of the night. Tain't nothing but bureaucracy and unions, especially unions.
But dark laughter would come again.
Dark laughter would come again, and here we bloody well are.
It's time for us to hit the road like an angry pope. Lol, you couldn't hold Kerouac, and you certainly can't hold me.
And settle down, live a simple life in a quiet town. Steady as she goes, steady as she goes.
Just like Jack, we're feeling the magnetic pull of New York City. Now, somewhere out here, Kerouac reckoned he'd uncover a kind of spiritual enlightenment, or as he called it, it could be boiled down to find the truth within yourself.